We're back. Welcome to a new episode of the FPL Secret. Essential or not essential? That is the question. Hello there, my name is Zekret, and I'm gonna try to answer this question during the episode, so let's get into it. So we're gonna start with Howland because Haaland is a question mark during the past 2 weeks. People sold him heavily, and people who are wild carding during the international break are really considering it. I did it last game week, and I survived against Arsenal when he got 2 points. But will this continue? I'm not sure. Let's be honest, Haaland is explosive, and he can easily grab a hat trick against almost any team. But what made me and the others take the decision to sell him is that we can use the big cash that we can get from him to get another players and upgrade our bench. So two players might get an equal score of Haaland for the upcoming weeks. But the good thing about it is that you get a lot of cash after selling Haaland and you upgrade your team totally. So it's a risk, but it's a risk you can take. Because if we look at the fixtures, Haaland got Brighton next, and even though that Brighton defense is really bad, but De Zerbi always against City tries to do his best against his mentor Pep Guardiola. So he closes the spaces and he tried to ruin every attack for City. So I don't expect Haaland to explode against Brighton. And after Brighton, they have United at Old Trafford, which is also a very hard fixture because it's at Old Trafford, of course, because not because Man United is nearly good. So if we survived against Brighton and we can survive against United as well, then you have Bournemouth at home at Etihad Stadium. So that Haaland can score two hat tricks easily in this game, so you can't avoid the damage in this game. But looking at on a long range, you have United and Brighton, then Bournemouth in the middle. Then you have Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham, Villa, which is really hard fixtures, and I don't see Haaland getting like a double digit every game in this. So it's worth taking the risk for me. But if you can't do it, just stick to Haaland because he's always gonna score. After the tough run, they have Luton and Palace. But after that, it's a blank in game week 18, and then there is a very good run of fixtures. So the question is, can you survive without Haaland until game week 18? I don't think you will, but it's worth taking the risk um, because the many other players that you're gonna get, one of them might explode somehow, and that might, if you calculate it, it might be worth it. So the conclusion is it is a big risk, but it's worth taking. For Salah, it's a different story because Salah doesn't have this load of fixtures for Liverpool, and he probably gonna play 90 minutes every game every Saturday because he get rested most of the time at the Europe League. So if you pay 12.6 million for Salah, I can understand why, because he is nailed on penalties and he got a very good run of fixtures and a good form. And if you're not going with Haaland, you need somebody to captain, which is gonna be Salah most of times. And also because nobody at Liverpool is as nailed as Salah. If you picked Diaz or Nunes or Jagbo or Jota, they all get rotated, and the only one that stays there is Salah. So is Salah is essential at this part of the season? Yeah, I don't suggest you go without Salah in the upcoming weeks. So Watkins right now is the most bought player during the international break, and I can understand because of the 23 points he got 2 weeks ago, and he was very close to get a good points as well last week, but he didn't get lucky against Wolves. Villa got a very good run of fixtures, so I can understand the hurry on Watkins. But is he essential? He might be, because we know now that you pick either Watkins or Diaby from Villa, and Diaby in the recent games he gets subbed early. I know it might be because of his injury, but you have now Zaniolo and Bailey and other players that can like rotate with Diaby. I don't think Diaby is gonna be dropped at any time, but I think Watkins is more secured, more dangerous on the goal, and he is in a very good form right now. Played for the national team, so he's really high. If you can get him right now, I would suggest you will. But if you have Diaby, I don't think you have to worry. You still have a good option and a good run of fixtures. So a lot of people wondering about the Spurs assets because a lot of us got Son and Madison for the good run, which is gonna end in like 2 weeks. So which one to keep and which one to sell from Son and Madison? It's hard to tell, and let me tell you why. For Son, he's playing right now in the number 9 spot, and it's really good for Son to be in this position because he is a good finisher, and if he got lucky, he's gonna score double digit all the way. For Madison, he is the main supporter for the team. He got free kicks, corner kicks, and everything, and he is cheaper than Son. So it really depends on your team. Would you be able to afford keeping Heung-min Son, or you just gonna go with Madison? For me, I have both, and they all got raised in price, but I do believe that Son is gonna outscore Madison all the way, and you can also keep Son for the hard fixtures because he is a fixture proof and he always scores against the big teams. So if you can keep Son, keep him. If you can't, you can just keep Madison. It's all about your strategy, but I do prefer Son. A lot of people already sold Bukayo Saka and others are keeping selling him because of the fixtures that he had and the injury and all that. So next week he has Chelsea, and after that he got a very good run of fixtures. But is he worth keeping, knowing that he is not injured? Well, not necessarily. Because you have now Martinelli who's got back from injury at 7.7, and you have Odegaard, Jesus, and him. And Saka is on abilities and some corner kicks and free kicks as well. But he's not taking them all. Sometimes he shares it with Martinelli, Odegaard, and Havertz. So it's not the value that we are used to for Saka. So if you can spend his money, his 8.5 million, to get like Martinelli at 7.7 and somebody else, maybe Jesus, maybe Gabriel at 4.7, because you're gonna need a lot of Arsenal assets starting from game week 10. So you have to calculate your things. If you can get Saka, it's of course it is the best option from Arsenal. But if you can't afford him, you can go with another options, and I don't believe the difference is gonna be huge between Saka and Martinelli or even Odegaard. Okay, we all sick of Bruno and Marcus Rashford, and we're still getting the question whether to keep or sell. Of course, sell. Sell Bruno and Rashford and don't hesitate about it. They have Sheffield next, and after that, they have City. So if you have one of them, you can keep for Sheffield, then just go and sell. Because it doesn't give you the amount of points you're waiting from such a price. So they are not worth keeping. But if you're not on wild card, you can just hold on for this week against Sheffield. If you're on wild card, just ignore the Sheffield game, go sell, make a good team for the upcoming weeks for the run of fixtures. You have Arsenal good fixtures coming up, Aston Villa good fixtures, Brighton are getting in good fixtures as well. So you have plenty of options, and Liverpool as well. You don't have to stick with Bruno and Rashford because they are not getting you a lot of points and they're not worth the amount of money that you spend on them. Okay, there you go, guys. That was today's episode. I'm glad to be back and record a new video. I hope you like it, and if you did, please share and subscribe and like and do all that. And until next time, then, see ya.